Hey everyone, welcome to Vortex Garage. As you can kind of see, it's January and we've got our first appreciable snowfall of the year. It's just above a dusting, not even anywhere near a half inch, as you can see on our K10 here. I don't know, maybe, sorry about that, but maybe about a half inch on the hood here. But one of the reasons we brought the camera outside, we figured go ahead and do a couple cold starts. Those are always fun to do. So it's actually really cold out today. The high's about 20. Which for this area is pretty chilly. They say the wind chill's more like 8 or 10, but these have been sitting. We got a couple project cars that have just been sitting for a while. The K10's one of them. I made mention before in one of the updates, we're in the midst of doing a carbon intake swap on it. That's pretty much all done. I got to finish the linkage up, but it should be fine and hooked up and able to start. But it has been sitting for quite a while, and we'll see if it'll start in the cold with the new carb on it. We also have an XJ. This is a little two-door XJ Sport 4x4, and as you can tell, it's got a camo paint job on it, so I'm sure this one will start up. But I'll tell you, this one's actually, I've been sitting here for a while. This is someone else's project. Excuse me. This is someone else's project that's just been sort of hanging out here at the shop, but I've got the keys and we're going to see if the battery's any good in it. If not, we'll throw the charger on it and see if we can get it to fire up. The old 4-liter straight 6. I'm sure this one will start. The K10, we'll see about that one. So I've got to put the battery in there. So let me go ahead and see if it's unlocked. Yep. Guess I left it unlocked. All right. As you can see, we've got that Summit carburetor that we put on. New Edelbrock Performer intake. And went through the motor a little bit. We still got some video on that we'll go ahead and show. Looks like we got some leaves and stuff up on the top of the air cleaner. I'm just making sure we didn't have a mouse infestation or anything like that. But I got the battery just bungee corded in because I'm too lazy to put the retainer in, and I just basically put these on hand tight, and they're pretty tight. They push on. The connectors are kind of beveled. I'll see if that's enough to get it going. So if not, I'll tighten it, but I'm feeling lazy because it's cold. So let's try to hop up in here with the camera in my hand. Alright, whoa. There we go. Alright, now the throttle linkage should be working. Make sure it isn't stuck. And the battery's been sitting in the garage, but it hasn't been running a while, so. Alright, and I just hit the zoom with my gloved hand there, so that was no good. Alright, let me try again. So just basically gave it a couple cranks, he didn't miss much. It's cranking pretty slow. I don't think that battery's too happy. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, wow. I literally don't think I've started this in about a month and a half, 2 months maybe. It's just got that new carb sitting on it, and it's, like I said, about 20 out. So it had to pump the gas all the way through with the mechanical fuel pump. So that's actually pretty good. So it's got the fast idle going. Let's hop out and look. Hey. See, that tire's losing air. It's got a very slow leak. I think it's the valve stem. Let me hop back in. This is so ungraceful. There we go. Alright, let's see if the idle will drop. Let it run. It's so cold, I'll let it run a little longer at fast idle. Maybe not. Nope, it's too cold. And I hit the zoom again. This is going to be like the worst video ever, so sorry about that. It's got these gloves on. I keep hitting the zoom there. Oh, let me reset the carb back. It sounds like it still wants to run a little bit. It is really cold, so we don't have any temperature in the motor yet, so I'll let it run for a bit. sounds nice. All right, I'm really curious about that XJ. So I'm going to shut this one down for now. I'm really curious if this old Cherokee's got any battery. So let's take a look. This thing's, it's kind of become a storage area for that person. So, oh man, look at the inside. That's disgusting. This thing is really torched, but it's an XJ. So it'll run. And we're actually probably going to do some work on this vehicle. Kind of take it on as a Vortex garage project, and we got some cool stuff for it. We're going to clean it up. This will be a good example of an old Jeep like this. You can probably find these sitting in people's yards. They've been sitting getting water in them or who knows what. They look nasty, but something like this will run. Oh. There's no battery whatsoever. So we'll pop the hood, and well, let's see if the hood will pop. I think that used to be a problem on this one. Oh boy. I hope it's not frozen. I'll have to work on that. I know these XJs have some problems sometimes with hood latches. And I think this one had a replacement put in it. But we'll see. And you can probably see another XJ thing. This hinge is okay. This one's had a little bit of plate welded to it a while back, and it looks like it okay. Kind of looking at it, doesn't look the greatest. That's something we'll mess with someday. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to stop the camera. I'm going to try to get this hood open, see if we can get a charge on the battery, and then once we get some power to this thing, we'll see if it starts up. Alright, so fortunately I was able to get the hood open on the XJ. The cable is broken, as you'll see when we get in, so I'll have to replace that. But I was able to get it loose enough that it did pop open with the strikers up here, so I didn't have to do the trick of taking the headlight assemblies out and taking the bolts off to get the strikers out and all that good stuff. So bad news is I do have to replace the cable. You can see I ended up pulling this out a little bit, and it is busted. So let's see if we've got any juice now that it's been on the charger for a bit. Alright, not enough yet. Pick our charger up to a battery start. We'll give this another try. No, not yet. Give it a minute. 159,000. Feels like it should have a lot more than that. So this thing's got a lot of life in it. Not yet. You may expect I'm being a little impatient, but I'll give it a try. It's hard to wait. Alright, we'll give it a few more minutes and give it a try in a bit. Alright, so we've had the XJ charging a little more. Let's give it one more try. See if that's enough. Woo! Cool! Yeah, that started right up. Sounds like an XJ. We've got a check engine light showing, the battery light's lit up, so I'll have to do a little bit of work on this one and see what we got going on. But for now, let's go ahead and shut it down. That fired right up, so this will be a cool project that we can work on soon, and hopefully feature some more on the Vortex Garage. So I wanted to start the long tractor up today, give that a cold start, but unfortunately the ignition switch is totally busted on it, and I didn't want to have to take it apart and figure out what wire to jump it. It's just too cold to mess with, so I'm just going to order a new ignition switch. We'll wire that in, and then we'll do a cold start on that at some point. So in the meantime, thanks for joining. A couple of cold starts, just a little quick video. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll have more soon. Talk to you later.